There's no doubt about it, we are in the midst of a recession. Tens of millions of people have lost their main source of income, thousands of large companies have shut down. What can you do to safeguard your income so you can keep providing for your family in this recession or other future recessions? In this video, you will learn the risks of losing your income by nationwide or even global economic collapse can be minimized by shifting your thinking away from career-based thinking to skill-based thinking. As an individual in this time, it's very critical that you find a way to make a living from home, because we don't know how long this will last, nor do we know what other economic collapses will happen in the future. But where do you even start? There's so much noise online. In this video, I hope to simplify recession-proof jobs and share with you 10 work-from-home ideas you can use to future-proof your income. If you're interested in learning how to create a work-from-home business around your passions so you can design your best life, subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. As kids, many of us learnt that we needed to get good grades at school to get a stable job. We had to work 40-hour weeks to be financially stable and trust in our 401k, or in Australia the superannuation scheme, to retire and be comfortable 40 years down the track. But once we're in the job market, we realize that the game has a different set of rules. The idea of the American or the Australian dream was good, but in practice things played out differently. I have seen people slave away at their job for 50 to 60 years only to retire broke with nothing to show for it, and they lost their 401k in the midst of a financial crisis. I've seen people who have worked loyally for a company for over 10 years and then get let go because of cutbacks. Unfortunately, most companies will let their employees go without hesitation during a recession because it's their biggest cost. It's just business. It turns out employees are expendable. As of recording this, over 6 million Americans have filed for welfare, and it's forecasted that the UK will be close behind by the end of May. People's entire livelihoods are being stripped away. Since recessions like this are unpredictable, all we can do is learn from the past. It seems in the US there has been a recession almost every decade for the last century, so you can count on another one happening in our lifetime. During Australia's most recent recession in 1990 to 1991, unemployment kept rising for long after the economy had returned to growth. Experts think that 2 years after the recession, the unemployment will hit a record high. It's only been a few weeks, but the effects will worsen over the coming years before they return to normal. So what can we do to recession-proof our jobs? With a recession almost every decade happening at unpredictable times, they have become a way of life. We have learnt that job security no longer holds, and putting all your income eggs into a 40-hour-a-week job is no longer safe. It's time to diversify and build multiple streams of income in industries that are least likely to be affected by recessions. People are quickly turning to work-from-home alternatives to build security, because when done right, it can allow you to work on your own terms, earn as much as you like, spend more time with your family, and have more time to do the things that you love, and not have your daily tasks, time, environment, and income dictated to you by your employer. You can take back control of your time and your finances and focus on you and your family more. We live in an unprecedented time in history where all you need is an internet connection and a laptop, and you can build a multi-million-dollar online business without the massive overheads of a brick and mortar business. The best thing is that during times of recession, there is huge unmet demand for the millions of people who are stuck in their living rooms scrolling for their phones, looking to replace things that they used to do in the real world. You can fairly easily put your message in front of them and help them in their time of need. Even businesses are being forced to adapt to this demand and move their services or products online. If they don't, they risk going bust very quickly. After all, it isn't survival of the fittest, it's survival of the most adaptable. Working from home is the new frontier in 2020 and beyond. Escape the rat race to be recession-proof. You don't necessarily need large capital or even half a dozen employees to manage. With the internet, you can have a small team, even just yourself, with no limit to what you can earn. It still requires discipline, and you still need to put in the effort to see your business prosper, of course. We have entered what many experts are calling the skill economy. Others call it the gig economy, or I call it the digital economy. And we are pivoting away from the traditional 9-to-5 economy. Instead of trading your time for money, you trade your skill for money. That way, the person paying gets a tangible outcome from your work, and you get paid what your skill is worth to solve their problem. For many people, it will require learning new, valuable skills so you can work from home. But don't worry, you don't need to spend an arm and a leg on another college degree. And if you feel like you aren't good with computers, don't be afraid, because they were built by humans just like you and me, so it's possible, but you don't need a computer science degree. If you apply yourself, you can learn a new skill pretty quickly, and with the right guided training, embrace the unknown, and you can really thrive in this economy, because it's the people's economy, not the corporate's economy. Now we have opportunities to design the life we want rather than let it be dictated to us by our employers. If you're waiting for the confidence to mysteriously arrive, it won't. Confidence is obtained through repeated action, meaning the more you do something, the better you'll get at it. So, what does it take to jump in and make the transition to the digital economy? Well, all I can say is courage. Courage that no matter how you feel about yourself or your opportunities, you're going to take a step into the unknown, because only in the unknown has the answers to the life you want to get. If any of this is making sense to you at all, comment "I'm ready to pivot to the digital economy" in the comments below. Okay, so where do you start online? Good question. There are so many distractions online that it's hard to distinguish what's legitimate, what's going to be a waste of time, and what is an awesome opportunity. Below, I will break down the digital economy into 10 simple ideas you can explore. And if one of them resonates for you, feel free to explore it further. I'm going to break these ideas into 2 categories. The first is 5 gig-based ideas. This is where you'll trade your skill for money for projects or gigs. And to keep the money flowing, you keep getting gigs to keep the lights on. The second is 5 product-based ideas. This is where you use your skill to do all the work up front and build a product once, which keeps selling over time. This could be a physical product or a digital product. More on this later. Okay, so 5 gig-based ideas. The first one is to become a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is used in almost all digital businesses of some sort. I run a digital marketing agency, and I've hired several virtual assistants in the past to do repetitive tasks like uploading a blog or editing social media feeds or graphics, creating graphics for social media. I also use them to transcribe recordings. I use them to, if they're wanting to develop new skills, write new content. You can become a virtual assistant. It's kind of a good foundation skill because you get a broad skill set and you get to dabble in a few things to understand how a digital business works. The next one is to become a website builder. This day and age, you don't need to be a programmer to be a website builder. You can build websites for clients if you wish on drag and drop website builders. And there's many of them available now. Even WordPress, which is a free open source platform and widely used on like 80% of websites worldwide, can now be used by anyone without technical experience. You just need to put in the time to learn how to use the builder itself. This can be quite profitable. Some small businesses pay up to $4 or $5 grand to create a simple local business website. The other option is to become a digital marketer. Now this is a really useful skill and does require some practice to learn it. But essentially, if you can become a digital marketer, which is being able to identify an audience and match a message with that audience that resonates with them to take some action, then you can essentially go on and create your own endeavors. It's a very powerful skill, which I'll touch on later as well. The fourth one is to become a ghostwriter. So a ghostwriter is where people like digital marketing agency owners need blog posts. And so if you are quite a stickler for grammar, in English particularly, there's plenty of agency owners out there or blog owners who need people to write content on their behalf. Essentially, you receive a brief of some kind and then you carry out those instructions and write that content. and you sort of do your best to understand their audience so you can write the best content that resonates with their audience. It's good to read a lot of blog posts that are popular to understand what makes them popular and shareable. And the more shareable content you can write, the more in demand you'll be as a ghostwriter. Alright, the last gig-based idea is become a consultant. There's a lot of people out there that need expert advice quickly. This could involve everyone from becoming a beautician to the healthcare industry, natural health, holistic health, or creating online businesses or physical businesses, buying and selling businesses. There's a lot of sort of sub niches you can get into. If there's something that you're an expert in, it's possible that you could easily create a business around it already. Consultant usually gets paid an expert level, which is much higher than someone on minimum wage. Alright, now we're going to cover 5 product-based ideas. So when you want to start a product-based business, you want to start it because you want to create something once so it can keep selling and you can go ahead and keep building income streams. So it's important though when you're starting out that you do have experience in creating these businesses in the back end, and that's where like a virtual assistant or a digital marketer experience would come into hand. So make sure you choose something that interests you, then choose a business model which gives you the most time freedom as possible, so you're not a slave to the business. Otherwise you may as well just be in a job again. So the first one is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is probably one of the most common terms that you've heard on online business, and essentially it means you partner with another company that has a product or service, and that person provides customer support and stocking, product creation, all the actual work around in creating a product, and then all you have to do is promote the product through a link. And if someone clicks your link and through that link then goes on to buy this person's product, you then get a commission, which is great. So you could sell everything from a $5 thing on Amazon using the Amazon Associates program, and people could go on to buy, for example, you could review a shaver on a website. People could go on, click the shaver link, go on to buy the shaver or any other product within a certain window, and you'll get a commission on that because you put them onto the Amazon marketplace. Alternatively, you could sell something at the other end of the spectrum that's $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 and get a commission from that. I actually recommend for beginners to start in high ticket affiliate marketing with something that is easy to sell and the back end support's there, and you like the product yourself and you support the founders of the product, because it's actually not difficult to sell something worth $1,000 versus $10. And the great thing is you need much less traffic to get it there. And you'll find that with all of this stuff, you'll find that the most important aspect to drive it all is to get traffic to your offers, because that's what makes the wheel go round. Not just any traffic, they need to be targeted traffic. So it's important that you know and learn your main role in affiliate marketing is to promote. And do it in a way that adds value to the community, and you don't have to do it to sell. Promotion and selling is different. Promotion, you can have a conversation and it's kind of like a friend referring you to this product just to make sure that it is a good fit for that person. I'll leave a link in the description of a free workshop that I used to learn how to do high ticket affiliate marketing. Alright, the second product based idea is an e-commerce or drop shipping store. This is a great way to earn money from physical products or digital products. You can sell ebooks or anything on an e-commerce platform. E-commerce is just where you've got a buyer and seller and you facilitate the transaction through an online payment gateway like PayPal or Stripe. Or there's many other payment gateways. Typically this model is just for selling physical items online, and it's a way that people can take payment online. However, in this economy with China shutting down, and China's essentially the factory of the world, it has affected sort of the way you would choose products. Because in the past you would choose products to sell based on where your manufacturer is, and if you're manufacturing in China, then that kind of wrecks everything. But you can actually do drop shipping. Drop shipping is sort of a cleaner model for someone fairly new to the game starting out. It's basically where when an order is placed on your website, the order is sent directly to the manufacturer and the manufacturer ships to the consumer. So that way there's no warehousing stage. You could alternatively do what's called an Amazon FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. And that way, you order in bulk from your supplier, you stock the bulk at an Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon handles the fulfillment for you. That's a good way to do it. So some people are passionate about physical products, and it's a great way to start. You just need to find products that are in demand or very unique that you can sell in bulk quantity, and maybe something that's a higher ticket product as well, which would give you that profit margin to work with. I'll leave a link in the description for a great course on how to build your online store and choose products that will sell, and also how to promote those products so you can get the most out of your store. All right, the third product tip is build a software as a service. I know, I said you don't need any programming skills and you don't need to be a computer scientist, but it's all good. These days, we've got massive platforms now dedicated for drag and drop solutions, even for software as a service style apps, which is like a custom software built for a specific purpose. So it could be queuing social media content, it could be creating websites, it could be accounting or handling some transaction for accountants, or for real estate, or for managing documents, or for storing things, or for videos. There's so many different niches out there that you could use. I know as a digital agency owner, I use a lot of different platforms to bring everything together to deliver a product for my clients. So I'm paying small monthly fees for all these little things. So you might have a great idea to build one of those platforms. You can use platforms like bubble.io, which is a no-code solution. It's basically designed for non-technical founders for software as a service platforms. So that's a great one. I'll put a link in the description below to bubble.io. All right, the fourth product is to publish short books on Amazon Kindle publishing. So Amazon Kindle publishing is growing quite big, and it's a great way to create small, palatable content for your users. And there's so many niches. There's romance, there's science fiction, there's how-tos, there's a book out there for everything, almost like a blog post. There's a blog post out there for anything these days. So Amazon self-publishing on the Kindle publishing store is great because you charge a small fee for your book, and you can sell them in quantity, specifically if that niche is in demand. I'll put a link in the description for a course on how to create Amazon Kindle publishing. They don't need to be novels by any sense of the word. They could just be like a 25-page Word document. And if you're good at writing, you could put like a how-to, you could put a recipe book, you could come up with almost anything. But you do need to take some steps to ensure that the niche you choose, the title you choose, is going to be appealing to the audience that's on there in those categories. And so that's where a good guided course will help you. All right, the fifth and final product idea is to sell courses online. So this is where, if you have expertise, kind of like consulting that we spoke about before, this is where you can monetize it online by creating a video course and sell that through a membership website. What's great about that is it's kind of the next logical progression as a consultant to sell your expertise. So that means, for example, you could be a consultant that teaches dentists on how to grow their practice. At first, you were hired by dentists, and you got a lot of experience with dentists. You tested your delivery, your course, your material, you got a lot of feedback, you adapted, you now get results for clients, and you're like, you know what, now I'm getting results, this is a repeatable process, let's record step-by-step videos and sell it for a high-ticket course. So that's kind of the idea. Once you have the experience, you've proven the concept, you can then transfer it to an online content where it doesn't involve your time every time going out to seeing a client. You might charge a little bit less than consulting, but the goal is to reach more dentists than you could physically. So that's also a great thing to do online. I've run a digital marketing agency for a few years, and here are some tips on selling your skill. Essentially, we sold our skill to help many businesses improve their online presence. Project by project, gig by gig, we learned a lot. And we've been able to develop the skills to create other businesses selling digital products and including affiliate marketing products. So heading down the gig-based route enables you to learn new skills while getting paid, to eventually head down the product-based route to build your legacy and build multiple passive income streams while not selling your time. But before creating your own products from scratch, first practice how to promote other people's products with affiliate marketing. Because you don't have to create the product, handle fulfillment and customer support, and you can automate the entire process of promoting their product, giving you more freedom to do the things you love now. The number one skill will always be in high demand is digital marketing. Knowing how to attract an audience using unpaid and paid marketing to build a brand and make sales. If you master this, you'll always have a job for life for your own product-based businesses or other people's businesses. So if there's one thing that we've all learnt during this time, is that life is short and unpredictable. Set yourself up with one or more of these digital incomes to recession-proof your future. The best part is, you can stack these incomes together to give you more financial security and of course passive income. So which digital economy strategy are you interested in? Let me know in the comments. Also, are you looking to build an online business that you love? Don't forget to grab the free workshop I use to start an online business in the description. Thanks again for watching. Bye.